Google just gave every NotebookLM user a brand new feature, even people on the free plan. It turns any document you upload into a 60-second narrated video.
But the enemy they fought and lost to was a mob of 20,000.
Reads your file, writes the script, generates the images, and narrates the whole thing by itself. Let me show you exactly what that looks like on real work documents. Here is the full picture first, because NotebookLM actually makes 3 different kinds of video. First, Shorts, the newest format, about 60 seconds, vertical, built for a phone screen, and free for everyone starting this week. Second, Cinematic. It runs close to 5 minutes, and a model writes a full storyline before building the video. Third, Explainer. Think of it as a narrated slideshow, and it has been free for every user for a while now. Here is the honest part up front. Cinematic and Explainer trade speed for quality. They are simply more detailed and more polished than Shorts. We will look at all 3 in that order, starting with the newest one. Think of it more like a fast intern who reads your files and hands you a finished video. Shorts is the newest and the free one, so we start there. So let's actually look at Shorts now. Here comes the first real example. You just finished a 12-page client proposal. You want a quick video to send before the actual meeting. Instead of picking a suggested topic, type your own instruction. Something like this. Turn this into a 60-second recap. Highlight the 3 biggest risks and the recommended next step for a client audience. That is a client-ready recap, built in a few minutes with no editing skill needed. What is the next document sitting in your inbox that could use this same treatment? Second task, training. Say you have an onboarding manual explaining your return policy. Type a custom instruction. Create a 60-second welcoming training video introducing our return policy and refund timeline to new hires. That text on screen matters more than it sounds. A lot of people watch training clips on their phone in a break room with no sound at all. Third task, numbers. NotebookLM can also work from your own data, not just someone else's document. Type this instruction. Make a 60-second video summarizing this quarter's sales numbers, focused on what changed since last quarter and why. That chart moment is genuinely useful for a Monday team meeting. Fourth task, visibility. You read a long industry report. You want to share the takeaway on LinkedIn without writing a caption for 20 minutes. Instruction example. Summarize the 3 most important findings from this report in a 60-second video for other professionals in this field. That is a shareable, professional-looking clip made without opening any design tool. Fifth task, meetings. Upload your meeting notes or transcript. Instruction. Create a 60-second recap of this meeting for teammates who missed it, focused on decisions and who owns what. 5 jobs down, 2 to go. Sixth task, contracts. You have a 20-page agreement full of legal language and a client who will never read it closely. Instruction. Explain this contract in plain language in a 60-second video. Focus on what the client is agreeing to and any deadlines. That is a video a client will actually watch, instead of a document they will skim once and forget. Seventh task, and this one is personal, not client-facing. Say you are studying for a certification with 40 pages of course material. Instruction. Turn this into a 60-second quiz-style recap covering the concepts most likely to appear on the exam. That is a study tool you did not pay a tutoring app for. Eighth task, customer support. You have a product manual customers keep emailing you questions about. Instruction. Turn this into a 60-second how-to video, answering the 3 most common customer questions about setup. That is a support ticket deflector you built in one afternoon. 8 different jobs, 1 free tool, $0 spent on any of them. If this already saves you a task you actually do, that is worth subscribing for. I test these updates the day they land. That is Shorts on its own. But stay with me. Before this video ends, I will show you Cinematic and Explainer side by side. The quality difference might surprise you. Here is the part most first impressions of this feature skip right past. The reason this is free and fast is a new Google image model called Nano Banana 2 Lite. Officially, it is named Gemini 3.1 Flashlight Image, released the same week as this feature. It is cheap enough to run that Google can give it away, but it is not perfect. Every generation I showed you still took real minutes, not seconds. Every video also carries a dotted background pattern you cannot prompt away. It is a quiet giveaway that it was made with NotebookLM. And say you upload your own data, like your own sales numbers or progress log, it still treats that data like a stranger's report. It never quite understands the report is actually about you. Would those 3 limits stop you from using this, or can you work around them? Tell me in the comments. I read them. As promised, let's look at the other 2 formats now, because the quality jump is real. This is cinematic, running on a paid plan. Look at the difference. The visuals are richer and the pacing is slower and more deliberate. It feels like a produced documentary instead of a quick clip. That extra polish is what the paid plan buys you. And here is Explainer, free on any plan. It trades the vertical, phone-first format for a wider frame with more detail in every scene. If Shorts is the fast note, Explainer is the fuller page, and it still costs nothing. Which of these 3 looked the best to you? Remember the 3 formats we just watched, in that same order? Here is the decision map. Pick Shorts for something fast and vertical, built for a phone screen, free on any plan. Pick Cinematic when the job justifies the extra quality and you already pay for a Google AI plan. Pick Explainer when you want more visual detail than Shorts, without paying for it. For the 8 tasks I just showed you, the free Shorts format was enough every single time. Which of these 3 formats fits the kind of video you make most often? The winners here are not the people who pay for the most software. They are the people who actually open the free tool once and try it on a real document. This week, pick one document sitting in your inbox right now. Turn it into a 60-second video before you do anything else with it. This channel exists to turn your years of work experience into income, using tools that already cost you nothing. I have another video where NotebookLM and Claude together replaced a Notion subscription. It is linked right after this one. Subscribe and turn on notifications. I test every one of these updates the day it lands, so you do not have to. See you in the next one.